Vasistha continued, by the apprehension of the perceived or the knowable, consciousness becomes jiva, the living soul, and is apparently involved in repetitive history, samsara. When the false notion of a knowable apart from the knower, consciousness, ceases, it regains its equilibrium. The mysterious power of consciousness, which in an inexplicable and miraculous way performs this infinite diversity of names and forms, body, is known as egotism. When egotism has come into being, that egotism, which is non-different from consciousness, entertains notions of the various elements that constitute this universe, and they arise. In unity, diversity arises. Rama, give up all these false notions of I and you by renouncing even the notions of a jiva and its cause. When all these have gone, you will realize the truth, which is in the middle between the real and the unreal. This consciousness is not knowable. When it wishes to become the knowable, it is known as the universe. Mind, intellect, egotism, the five great elements, and the world. All these innumerable names and forms are all consciousness alone. A man and his life and works are indistinguishable, the static and the kinetic manifestations of the same factor. Jiva and the mind, etc., are all vibrations in consciousness. This is the truth. People like to argue and confuse others. They are indeed confused. But, O Rama, we are beyond confusion. Changes in the unchanging are imagined by ignorant and deluded people. But in the vision of the sages who have self-knowledge, no change whatsoever has taken place in consciousness. When the notion of an external knowable has been removed, self-knowledge arises, and when in it there is the notion of inertia or ignorance, the state of deep sleep has come to it. Hence, since consciousness alone exists at all times, it may be said that space exists and does not exist. The world exists and does not exist. Even as heat is to fire, whiteness is to a conch shell, firmness is to a mountain, liquidity is to water, butter is to milk, coolness is to ice, brightness is to illumination, oil is to mustard seed, flow is to a river, sweetness is to honey, ornament is to gold, aroma is to a flower, the universe is to consciousness. The world exists because consciousness is, and the world is the body of consciousness. There is no division, no difference, no distinction. Hence, the universe can be said to be both real and unreal. Real because of the reality of consciousness, which is its own reality, and unreal because the universe does not exist as universe, independent of consciousness. But because of the unreality of the universe, it cannot be said that its own cause, namely consciousness, is also unreal. Such a statement would only be a set of words with no meaning, for it runs counter to our experience. The existence of consciousness cannot be denied. At this stage, the third evening set in and the assembly dispersed.